regardless of your age or gender or ethnicity, or sexual orientation. Welcome back to Crochet Tuesdays with Miss Krystle. First and foremost, guys, I want to say thank you if you were here and clicked on this video. We are all so incredibly busy, and so if you're giving me some of your time, I appreciate you so very much and love your faces. Quick overview, we're going to discuss TedX. We got through it, thank goodness. We're also going to go over the upcoming show at AZ Vegan Fest. And of course, I have to discuss some of the styling shenanigans that have been going on. They're all just so wonderful. And last but not least, you know we gotta do a business or health tip, so let's get into it. First up, we got through TedX. Yay! So I was thinking through some of the things that happened leading up to the actual presentation and performance, and one of the things was I got a tan. I don't know if you can actually still see it a little bit, but I did one of those spray-on tans where you get into the booth and you have to stand and the machine automates and sprays you. And I was thinking about that episode of Friends. You guys remember Ross? He goes into the tanning booth and then he doesn't know how to use it correctly, so he ends up getting sprayed fully on one side, completely messes it up, the other side's completely plain. He goes to another salon. Unfortunately, the same thing happens again, so it's just this whole wonderful disaster that he has to get through. Not to say that that's exactly what happened to me, but I was in the tanning booth, and I just, for whatever reason, was so distracted with everything, with this TED Talk coming up, and all the things I need to have ready for it, and I wasn't listening to the automated machine, and so she said something like, you need to turn, or I can't quite remember, and I just had completely lost in my train of thought. I didn't know where I was. So as far as like, if I was standing this way or this way, so I just guessed, because you get 4 rounds. And so she has you do kind of the front side, both, back side, both. I think it ended up working out okay, but I was panicking just a little bit because I didn't know where I was in the cycle. But anyway, so I got the tan a little bit late in the evening because I was meeting with my stylist, and so it oxidizes overnight. And so I actually didn't know where it was, but I woke up in the morning and I had forgotten to wash my hands. When you get a spray-on tan, there's certain areas of your skin that are a little more porous, and so they'll get darker than the rest of the skin, and the hands are one of them. And so I woke up, man, I'm rocking my Oompa Loompa hands, and you can even see it a tiny bit still, but the palms of my hands were bright orange. And so throughout the day, I was like scrubbing my hands even before the performance. I got this towel from my hairdresser, Angel, and I'm scrubbing the crap out of my hands, just trying to get it out, because when I talk, I have this tendency to go like this a lot for some reason. So we'll see how it all kind of turns out with the final video. I think I got off some of it, but not quite all. So a little BTS that you guys get to now make fun of me over. Another fun moment was, or actually strike that, another awkward moment was as we were going through the different speakers, I was the, I guess, first official speaker other than the MC or second in line, however you want to call it, but throughout the remainder of the evening, we were all able to kind of rotate out, go behind in the green room. What's it called? Green room? Yeah, the green room. And so anyway, we're all rotating out. And so I go into the restroom and I get this bang on the door and they go, Krystle, everyone's being called up to the stage. They're asking where you are. Where are you? And so I just kind of like get yanked out of the bathroom, they're pulling me on stage, and then it all worked out barely, but I was literally the moron who is now running out onto the stage after everyone was on, ready to go. So that was me. At that point, when we all got on stage, all the presenters kind of lined up, and we were all given a gift. And we were given this beautiful, beautiful watch, and I still have to try it on to see if it actually fits, but I have like these tiny, ridiculous wrists that nothing ever fits on. And so anyway, it's a beautiful watch. I'm so happy, obviously, that, you know, we were all able to get something kind of fun like that. But in any case, look, to be a part of TEDx was a really big honor, and obviously I hope I did it justice. I hope I did all you guys justice, kind of representing everything that we've been building towards. But it was also just very inspiring. A couple of the speakers in general really hit home for me. Shoot, even for that ORKO who was there as well, he does not get inspired by very much, but he was definitely just feeling the message, which universally, regardless of your age or gender or ethnicity, or sexual orientation, it doesn't matter. The main theme for everyone was just get up and do it. Whatever that thing is that you've been waiting to do or to make a big move on, or just try. And everyone, all the women were just talking about, regardless of, you know, kind of the age, like we had these speakers who were, you know, well over 50 years old, and some of them just starting careers for the first time or changing careers and making millions of dollars because they wrote that book. They provided that message. They started that business. So, you know, regardless of anything else, I just wanted to share my own personal inspiration, but I'm excited for all you guys to see them as well, because all the videos will be uploaded officially, and I will be able to actually upload mine in addition to what they do separately. And so if you guys want to check that out, just make sure you're subscribed over at youtube.com/Miss Krystle Live. Besides the speech portion of my TEDx, I also was one of the very lucky few who was able to perform. And as I was preparing for this, I decided on Dukes Up. As some of you guys know, Dukes Up is a song from my Woman Emotion album. The song is very upbeat and strong and, you know, empowered. But when you break it down and do it the way that I do it, which was the acoustic, right? So piano and voice, it has a very different emotional impact. Same lyrics, but you're able to really focus on the words. And for me, when we were writing this song, the words were everything, especially with this Woman Emotion record. The words for me were about, I was in a very disempowered place, and it was what I was going to do to get to where I wanted to be. And so being able to actually reflect on that, even when I was performing it, it's a very emotional kind of thing just for me, but as we like to call it, the social proof was just in how people responded. And it was so overwhelming. And because of that response, we actually decided tonight we're gonna go and record it so that we can release a version of this for you guys to hear. And also, I would be remiss not to give a quick shout out to not only that ORKO, who actually learned PowerPoint for the first time, but he designed and created my entire PowerPoint presentation. He's my music director, so he helped with the acoustic version and coming up with the inflections and the styling and chords and just the overall writing with me. But besides that, also huge shout out to Angel with Vanity Glam Hair, my hairstylist. Not only did he come through for the big day, basically making everyone very angry, and I apologize, but nonetheless, he was there and just, you know, to have the positivity to even, he helped out some of the other people, helped them with their hair while he was there. So besides the fact that he is my angel, I'm just so very grateful for the people who are able to be with me during these events, because it makes a huge difference. And last but certainly not least, I figured I'd also shout out not just the organizer for allowing me to be a part of it, but my coach. Karen did an amazing job, and even from the first point, because I'm pretty good when it comes to designing speeches and that kind of thing, but she was able to really focus in on areas that I needed help with and improvement, and it was all volunteer time, so I just really wanted to make sure to recognize her effort, and specifically for helping me. So let's talk a little bit about my styling shenanigans of late, and we'll start with TEDx. So my girl, Sarah Parks, who you should absolutely follow on Instagram, she has been doing the styling for most of my projects lately, including Save Yourself, music video. She also did one of my live performance shows. The outfit was amazing, and I got this great comparison to Kim Possible, which was not even intended in the slightest, but it came out pretty good. So anyway, she did TEDx as well, and when I was giving her the ideas of how I wanted this to be presented, I showed her some pictures, and I said, look, you know, we want to go professional. There's a certain framework for these TEDx presentations that I want to fit into, but also I want to be able to represent myself and be a little, you know, saucy, spicy, and attitude-y. But anyway, I think she nailed it. So there will be many more projects working with Miss Parks. She is quite fabulous, including, well, probably my next show, which is at AZ Vegan Fest. This next show is December 22nd, and I'll be performing with my full band. If you are based in Arizona, you should absolutely come check it out. It's a free event, and I'm excited just to be participating in a vegan festival. This is a first, actually, for me. And besides that, I will, the next day, December 23rd, be giving a cooking demonstration. So here's where I'm at with that. Need to figure out, you know, what the recipe's gonna be. The good news is that at least I have a couple of recipes that I've done for my Cookin' Vegan with Miss Krystle's show, so maybe one of those, but I've been told I have to fit everything into a 30-minute block, so that's probably how I will base the recipe on what I can get done within that time. So if you want to come see the show, that's December 22nd. The cooking thing is December 23rd, and either way, just come out and say hi. We'll make sure that we have a vendor booth, so we'll just be hanging out there otherwise, and we can get a picture together. And of course, I promised you guys a business or a health tip. Today, we're gonna do a business tip. And I heard somewhere, said much more eloquently than this, but basically you are the culmination of your 5 closest people. Regardless of what we're talking about, friends or business associates or whatever it is, family members, nonetheless, who you hang around with has a huge impact. Not just on who you are, the decisions you make, but even your own motivation. And I've known this to be true, not just for me, but the impact that sometimes I have on people around me as well, and my teammates, because I have basically a workaholic kind of nature about me. I love what I do, and for me, this is what's fun. This is what I get enjoyment out of. You know, so just think about with your own life, your business, your own career, are you getting value out of the people that are around you? And maybe not even value, but do they encourage you? They see what you're doing. They said, that's great. You know, I love your performance, your song, or, you know, your new perfume if you're doing a different type of business venture. But keep that in mind and really think about it. And I'm not saying stop being friends with your people, you know, get rid of the family members who needs them. What I'm saying is just be aware of the influences that you are allowing into your peripheral. So I hope you guys find that helpful. Alright guys, I gotta get out of here, but once again, thank you so much for being here. It means the world, and look, this is literally the reason that I do this every week, is so I can connect with you guys. So if there's something I can expand on next time, you have questions you want me to answer, just leave those comments down below. And then also, if you aren't subscribed already on YouTube or you follow on Facebook, make sure you do that. But also, turn on those notifications, because the cybersphere of the internet decides to hate me every other week. And so it won't notify you unless you have those notifications on. So with that all being said, I love your faces so very much, and I will see you next week. Bye guys. United.